From 80-year-old grandfathers to 5 or 6-year-old children, everyone knew how terrifying malaria was. They simply didn't care if I lived or died. As long as their most cherished daughter was well, that was all that mattered to them. Because ever since Lisa arrived, my father's company crisis not only resolved itself but also began to flourish. From then on, my father became convinced she was the Price family's lucky charm, and his affection for her far surpassed what he showed to me, his biological daughter. Anything Lisa set her eyes on, I had to unconditionally give up. When we were little, it was rooms, dolls, and princess dresses. As we grew up, it became my fiancé. They would rather trick me with an absurd lie about bankruptcy and send me far away, all to prevent me from interfering with Lisa's love life. Africa was a harsh environment with scarcity of food and drinking water, but more terrifying than that were the omnipresent viruses. It wasn't until I contracted malaria and had several near-death experiences that I truly understood what fear meant. Calling the moments when I desperately fought for survival, only to be repeatedly rejected by my closest relatives, a surge of intense anger welled up inside me. Even if it meant death, there was no way I would apologize to Lisa. Due to an elevated blood marker, I needed to be temporarily isolated, so I couldn't leave the hospital. To reassure me, Ben offered to visit my parents on my behalf and tell them I was safe. I wanted to tell him not to bother, that no one cared if I lived or died, but facing his earnest gaze, I couldn't bring myself to refuse. After all, if it weren't for Ben, I would likely have perished in a foreign land. With a soft sigh, I sent him the address. Because the call remained connected, I could clearly hear my parents' voices. Upon learning of Ben's purpose, my father's furious voice immediately erupted. What new stunt is Eleanor Price pulling now? Can't she behave herself even after going to Africa? No wonder even her own fiancé doesn't like her. And she got malaria? Wouldn't it be better if you just told us she died? I don't care how much Eleanor Price paid you to put on this act. Please relay this message to that ungrateful wretch. If she refuses to apologize to Lisa, she can forget about ever leaving Africa. Listening to my father's enraged shouting, a pang of heartache was quickly followed by a bitter chuckle. He probably forgot how long it had been since he gave me any allowance. Pay an actor? If I had that kind of spare cash, I wouldn't have had to fight someone tooth and nail for half a dry pancake, ending up with a chunk of my hair torn out. Ben had not at all anticipated such a response. He stood stunned for a long moment before speaking again. I am genuinely a doctor from Central Hospital, and a member of this medical aid team to Africa. Your daughter? Enough. Haven't you had enough of this act? Forget about malaria. Even if she really died out there, her mother and I wouldn't shed a single tear for her. With that, without waiting for Ben's reply, the door was slammed shut. Ben instinctively covered the phone's microphone. It was then he belatedly remembered the ongoing call and quickly hung up. But everything that was meant to be heard and everything that wasn't, I had heard crystal clear. Even though I had told myself 1,000 times to completely give up on that couple. Yet at that moment, my eyes still felt incredibly sore, and my hands beneath the covers were clenched tightly on the bedsheet. Parental love that was so easily obtained by others was, for me, an unattainable luxury. Perhaps I should have given up on this false pretense of family long ago. Ellie, are you okay? After my billionaire parents went bankrupt, they whisked me off overnight to a remote, unmapped African village to shield me from creditors. Then a rare malaria outbreak devastated the village, scattering the survivors. Desperate, I called my parents, begging to come home, but they coldly replied, "You're not the spoiled rich girl anymore. We did this to protect you. Figure it out yourself. We can't pay for a ticket." I tried my fiancé next, only to be scolded. "Eleanor, why are you still so fragile? Lisa is suffering here from debt collectors. Call me again and I'll break off our engagement." He blocked me and crushed any hope of my return.